Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. I'm Deuce Mess. If you're watching later on YouTube, you're watching on Farmer Deuce. This is streamed on twitch.tv/DeuceMess. Come hang out with me. Have some good, crazy conversations, some wild theory conversations sometimes. Skull Monster coming in with 12 months of sub. Well, a 12-month sub. 12 months of sub support. There we go. I was looking for the word. So streaming on YouTube separately from Twitch sometimes confuses me. What are you doing? What is happening here? Jimmy's supposed to be working. I was riding with him, but Jimmy, what are you doing right now? So weird. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what then. We'll just cut a little headland right here so that there's no confusion, because it feels like he's getting to the end and stopping. Thank you, Skull Monster, for 12 months. Much appreciated. Crystal dropping some in-game cash. I'll take that as well. Thank you so very much. Pizza Hut, how's it going? Beat the Discord notification in here. Nice. Heck yeah, that's always an achievement. Well, not always. Sometimes though. Sometimes the Discord notification just doesn't happen. So it really just depends on the API that day and how everything's operating. There's an end to this somewhere. Oh, it's way over there. Okay. I probably could have backed all the way down. Maybe. Maybe. I doubt it, but we might have been able to. All right, let's put Jimmy back working now and see what happens. I don't know what that was about. That got weird there for some reason. Either way, Jimmy's working on this. We need to go fertilize our new, nice, big field. We definitely need to buy a new seeder, so hopefully one comes up at some point. I still don't know if Ray's got anything in stock or not. He probably doesn't. He might have, but I don't know. James, how's it going? Hope you're doing well today. Good to see you. Hope everybody is doing well. If you're watching later, what is your farm like? Are you doing cows, sheep, chickens? Are you just farming the fields? You got horses? What you doing in Iowa if you're on Iowa Plainsview? Because I imagine a lot of people watching later are probably on Iowa Plainsview. So let me know what you're working on. Skull Monster said, "Yay, finally off work until Sunday. I've been a member here for a year." You have, yeah. It doesn't seem like that long. It's crazy. A year already. Let's see. There we go. Moving along. Good deal. Let's hop over here. I don't think we have any other contracts out. I think we pretty much finished all that up. We did. Yeah, fertilizing field 17 is about the only other one that I would see taken, but I don't even want that one really. I think we took care of all the animals and stuff yesterday. Well, I say all the animals. We took care of the cows. The chickens are fine for now. And we refilled water here, I do believe. We did. Okay, cool. So the only thing we need is we need more silage and mineral feed, but I mean, we got 1.6 million liters of slurry over here now, or TMR over here now, so I think all we're working on now is just fertilizing. So let's get going, shall we? I was gonna hire somebody to do this, but there's really no point. We can do this ourselves. So there we go. We'll go auto width. We'll go there. We'll go flip. There we go. Sweet. Off we go. And again, I don't mind doing this ourselves. It's all right. This gets down both layers of fertilizer right now, which is what we looked at yesterday. Boom. Both layers of fertilizer. What is this down here? Hang on. Oh, that's harvested and growing. Okay, cool. So yeah, there we go. Fertilizer going down. Good deal. This one's going to need a layer of fert as well, but that's okay. We can get to that at some point, I would assume. Great dog, he did. Yeah, yesterday. Use those emotes wisely. They're crappy. So, but yeah, thanks to Battery H for the gifted subs yesterday for sure. All right, there's the headland, so I shouldn't have to do any more of that. Let's just go ahead and flip this around, and then we'll get it centered up for us here. And basically right there. Oh, it's not even close. There we go. It should be right on the edge of the field, somewhat. And away we go. We definitely have enough fertilizer to do both these fields, because we did field 1, field 2, and field 3 on this map with 18,000 liters or something like that, whatever it is. and we still had like 7,000 left, so or 6,300, whatever it was when we started this. So it only took about 12,000 to do all 3 of the really big fields. So we should have enough to do this field and field 13, and that'll pretty much fertilize everything for a while. So that's good. On Western Australia, greenhouses, cows, pigs, sheep, chickens, and crops, and a lot of it. Yeah, if you're still playing on the multiplayer save, you got a lot of it for sure. So Pizza Hut said on Western Australia, just planting, cultivating, and harvesting with some chickens. Hey, chickens are the way to go for sure. Junior, what's up, buddy? Junior, thank you for taking care of the server issue today. I didn't really consider. So Junior sent me a message. He was like, hey, you know, because the bank owns everything, we don't have any contracts. And I was like, yeah, I know. It didn't really hit me, though, that until this morning I woke up and I saw that people were talking about because there's no contracts, 2 days are a bit long because it's taking a while for crops to grow. And that part didn't register, so thank you for switching it over to 1 day there, Junior. And y'all can put it on ×5 speed or whatever, or ×8, ×6, whatever you want to put it on. ×10 if you want to, whatever, for a little while. Once everybody gets some fields and stuff going, we'll probably want to drop that back down to ×3 to give everybody time to work. But if you guys want to just set time to ×10, I'm okay with that. I don't have an issue with it for a while. Farmer Groot, what's up? How's it going? Welcome. Good to see you again. But yeah, if y'all want to up the time on the server speed, I'm okay with that too. ×3 is more for once everybody gets some crops coming in and you got several fields and we're busy. It's just a lot easier to manage things with ×3, but it's not so slow that it's, you know, driving everybody crazy, which right now it seems to be. So if y'all want to knock it up to ×10 or ×15, I'm okay with that too. I don't mind. Yep, Junior, good idea. I'm just throwing some options out there. So if you want to, you can. If not, that's fine too. Totally up to you guys. I don't mind either way. If my trees are still there on Friday, then I'll be starting on that. And probably working on the field and stuff too. So should be a lot of fun. We get more fields, things to do, be fine with 2 days. Yeah, I think that's true. I think 2 days are good. Because you can't harvest in the rain, so if you get 1 day that it's raining, and that's the only day you get to harvest your crops, then you get no crops. But since nobody has really any fields at the moment, then it is kind of hard. You're just sitting around waiting, basically. You're doing other stuff, and you forget about the server. So, which I have done for a long while now with Farm Sim Network. Because I planted my crops and had everything ready, and then I didn't have anything to do for 12 days, I would forget about it. Because I didn't have animals or anything. And I just haven't done anything on there in a very long time, but yeah, it just slipped my mind totally, really. Like, I got busy doing this and just forgot all about it again. I think I did a couple of streams on it while we were working on the sugar farm. And I just keep forgetting about it. But either way, we're here. Friday at around noon Eastern, I'll be over on the multiplayer server. And there's still room to add farms. So if you miss the cutoff date, I can still add a farm. But you won't get in on the first auction. You won't get a preference, which nobody else got a preference. But I'll pick a piece of land and stick you on it. There's like 40 buyable fields, and then there's 109 buyable areas, and I might do something where I free up the. Welcome back, J-Rock coming in with the resub for 20 months. He said, "Thanks to True Man of War for my gifted sub." Yeah, buddy, absolutely, man. Absolutely. 12-month gifted subscription courtesy of True Man of War has entered month 3. So not 20. Oh, for 20 months total. It's a 12-month gifted sub. Holy crap, dude. I didn't even realize that. Heck yeah, J-Rock. You're covered for the next for the next 9 months, buddy. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, dude. You changed the name of the farm? Yeah, no problem. No problem. Gabe sent me a message and about changing his password stuff, and I told him, you know, he probably still has the admin. He had the admin for Western Australia as well. I didn't change the admin password. Hey, if I need to, I will if somebody else starts doing stuff on there, but I don't see that happening, so I left it and told him he could change the password and stuff if he wanted to. So I'm glad he let me know what it was, though, even though I don't think I needed his logged in as admin. 5 minutes with a telehandler and I've already done flipped it. It happens quick with the telehandler. It can be really weird. It can be really weird. Throw some hearts and plunders and golden TP in chat for Skull Monster and for J-Rock and those resubs. Appreciate you guys. Or for True, I guess, because it was a gifted sub for True. I didn't realize you could gift for long periods of times like that. So True gifted for 12 months. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty wild, sir. Pretty doggone wild. I probably fixed it before you answered him, but took care of it. Yep, you probably did, Junior. I appreciate it, buddy. Yep. Junior helped you out. Okay, cool. Yeah, I appreciate Junior. Junior's doing all the work over there right now. I'm just the mouthpiece. Junior's doing all the work for the server, though. I appreciate you, buddy. It takes a little load off me because I'm not always at my computer, especially in the afternoons or in the mornings. I might be recording something, so I'm not, you know, super available just to hop on and change stuff all the time. So it's much appreciated to have somebody that, if you're on there, you can do it. Not saying that I expect you to do it, but I appreciate the ability to do it if I'm not around. So. And I don't mean Mike Mattisau or somebody else had a nickname called the Mouthpiece. Mike the Mouth Mattisau, poker player, if you don't know what I'm talking about. So if anybody's ever struggled with anything, really, depression, any sort of addiction, anything like that, Mike Mattisau is a poker player, but he had a horrible struggle with addiction through his 20s and 30s, maybe even into his 40s. But he wrote a book called Check Raising the Devil. And it's less about poker and more about life with addiction and stuff like that. It's really, it's an actual physical book that I bought and read once. Believe it or not. I haven't read many books since I got out of school, but the Godfather series I've read, Check Raising the Devil, and Ace on the River I've read too. But Check Raising the Devil was a whole different deal than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be about poker. It turned out to be this great life story of struggle and, you know, getting help and stuff. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic read. For even non-poker players, it'd be a fantastic read. Sorry I missed the past few streams. No problem, Big Joe. No problem, man. Nobody ever has to apologize for missing streams. Never. I stream Monday through Thursday, except for this Monday. I did not stream this Monday here. I streamed early in the day. I did not stream the afternoon stream though. So yeah, typically I'm here Monday. I'm here Monday through Friday, really, on Twitch and on YouTube. So, you know, I'm here. If you can make it, you make it. If you don't, you don't. That's fine too. Not that I don't miss you guys being here, because I do, but I understand everybody's got a life. So. Souls, how's it going? Going well for me. Holding up well since the storms. I mean, again, really, we didn't, like, we had some high wind. It's nothing that was not unusual for March and April. Like, here especially, North Mississippi, where I grew up now, tornadoes were a thing. Here, it's like they go north and south of us. We hardly ever get any, like, that are pucker factors more than about 6, you know. But we just had some high winds and some tree limbs and stuff down. We didn't even, I mean, like, I don't even know if any trees fell. It was more just big tree limbs falling out of trees. So everybody's all good here. And this week is supposed to be, today the high is right now at 61. The low is like 54 for the next couple of days. And then next week, or this weekend, early next week, it's supposed to be down in the 30s at night. We're in the Goldilocks zone. We are. Yes. I lost power because a tree limb fell out of a big, huge, like 160-foot oak tree onto the side leading in from the main power to us. That's the reason I lost power. I finally figured out what it was. There's a big, massive oak tree, and one of the biggest limbs fell out of it onto the power, leading into our side. So that's the reason we lost power. You got the straight winds, you just didn't get rain? Yeah. Still in the 80s to 60s right now? Yeah, we're at 60 to 55 for the next few days, and then we're in the 70 down to 43, and then back to 50, and then down to 30, I think. So it's going to be pretty wild. It's going to be pretty wild for the next week or so. The temperature's going to be all over the place. You're still getting snow at night in New York? Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. So I've probably told the story a few times now, but when I worked for the fabric company, we had a store in Horseheads, Big Flats, New York, which it seemed to be a valley surrounded by mountains. It was beautiful, but we went in, it was the last week of April into May. The month split in the midweek. We were there for 5 days, Monday through Friday. We flew out Monday morning, flew back Friday night. And when we landed, it was snowing, and it was May, basically. It was like April 30th or April 29th or something, and it was snowing. And I was like, holy, that was midday, and it was snowing. And I was like, holy crap, that's crazy. But this was like 2004, so nearly 20 years ago now. But yeah, that was pretty wild, I'm not gonna lie. To me, that blew my mind. I'd never really been anywhere up until that point, so that one kind of blew my mind. I was like, what do you mean it's snowing in almost May? It's the end of April. Why is it snowing here? Turns out that happens up north, so. Someone needs to take away the bottle. Yes, J-Rock, absolutely. Lowest we got this week is in the 40s. Yeah, I think ours goes down to like 33. So we're going to be down to 33 in the next 7 days or so, which is pretty wild. Considering a couple days ago it was 80 and I was mowing the yard and it was hot. You live out by Buffalo? Yeah, I don't know where Horseheads is in compared to Buffalo, but it can't be that far away. Because it was like, we flew from O'Hare across Lake Erie, I think, and it wasn't that long after we got past Lake Erie that we were in Big Flats. So it can't be that far from you. But yeah, it was wild though, James. I was like, man, I can't believe it's snowing and it's April. It was just wild. Having never really been anywhere, you know, living in Mississippi my whole life. If we got snow at all, it was awesome, you know, because snow wasn't guaranteed every year. It was like every 5-6 years we'd get a few bits of snow, but it wasn't much. It's not that far? That's what I figured, yeah. That's pretty wild, though. When you were in Ohio, it snowed in May. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the North can be kind of weird with that, because those cold fronts come out of nowhere, and they can drop snow up north. Even when they do it and push down pretty far south, we're not guaranteed to get snow. So it's kind of awesome when we do get snow, but. I mean, it wasn't like 8 or 10 years ago that we got snow in the middle of April or toward the end of April here, which is pretty wild. But again, Mississippi rarely gets snow anyway. Like, we didn't get any snow this year. 2 years ago, we got a light dusting. Last year, I think we got a light dusting, but we didn't get any this year. So. We have this thing called Mississippi snow. It's normally called pollen. Yeah, my truck's covered. My truck looks like it's got a yellow tint in the paint. It's kind of weird. All right, he's almost done planting. That means we can go ahead and I should probably cut this off and just recenter this here. we go. I think we're leaving off just the edge there, but I'm okay with it. So this will be fully fertilized. 7's fully fertilized. 7 is fully fertilized and it's planted with sorghum, I think. Yeah, that's awesome. I wish they'd have picked a different color. It scared me. I thought it was potatoes. It's not potatoes, though. So yeah, fully fertilized, and 30 has no fertilizer whatsoever. So we may have to go buy more fertilizer. Or again, hopefully we get a slurry spreader in here at some point. Oh, there's a knockerling in here. I didn't know it was in there. Cultivation of fields. Ooh. Yeah, mine do too, man. Most of the time I end up taking an allergy med or two through March, April, and May. Just because, like, it's not really hay fever. It's just allergies in general, pollen and whatnot. You know, I'm pretty susceptible to it. But you know, whatever. It is what it is. Shorts all year, James. Yeah, that's great, man. Yeah, if it doesn't get below about 25, and I'm not out in it for a long period of time, I can handle shorts for sure. I like shorts pretty much year round. Except it's not. I'm sure there it doesn't feel like you're walking around covered in a blanket during the summertime, though. A wet blanket in a microwave. It's terrible here in the summer, man. I hate it. You can wear shorts all year round in Maine, but people will definitely judge. Yeah. Maine looks like a pretty state. Beautiful state. Just seeing the picture. I've never been to Maine. I've always wanted to go. I don't know what's up there. I have no idea if there's any tourist destinations or not, but seeing pictures during fall, during autumn, I've always wanted to go to Maine. Vermont, Maine, anywhere up in there. Mississippi heat hits completely different. It does, man. It's wild in the south. Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, southern parts of Georgia, or I guess the eastern or the western part of Georgia probably. At least on the coast side, you get the ocean breeze and stuff. It's just different here, man. Most of Florida's just hot. Like, we went to Daytona in the middle of July, and it was nice. Like, it was nice there because you had the nice ocean breeze. It rained every other day. It was still humid, but it wasn't unbearable. You come back up in the middle of Mississippi, and it's just unbearable. Like, think about taking a 10-gallon bucket of water, microwaving it for 3 days, pouring it on a blanket, and then wearing the blanket. That's what it feels like. Florida's way too hot. I mean, Florida ain't much different than Mississippi, honestly. The humidity's about the same. The climate's really no different at all. I've been down in like central Florida and then, you know, back over to the Panhandle, and it doesn't really change. The only thing that's different is when you're on the ocean, it's different. It just feels different. But yeah, it's definitely the south with no water around is extremely hot. Like without the ocean around, I should say. It's just, and it's not even hot. Like, it's not temperature hot, which it is. I mean, it gets to like 100 degrees here, but it's the humidity level. It's like you're breathing water molecules. It's crazy. You actually are. That's the sad part. I mean, that's the reason people, as they get older, tend to move out west. Like, I don't blame them. Dry climate. Easier to breathe. I don't blame them at all. Texas, not for you. Texas is hot too, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just the climate, you know. That's where we're at on the earth. It's just hotter down. Which, to be fair now, me and a buddy of mine, when we used to ride BMX, he had family up in Ohio, and where is what is it? Cedar Point? Is that Sandusky? Is that around Sandusky, Ohio? Somebody will know. He had family that lived in a small town between there and then one of the other places or whatever, right up near the lakes. It was pretty far north. And we went in the middle of summer, and it didn't feel any different there than it felt here. It was horrible. The humidity was wide open. Like, it was terrible. It was awful. It is in Sandusky. Okay, yeah. So it was somewhere between Sandusky and somewhere else, but it wasn't that far away. It's 10, 20 minutes. You know, it's just a little small town. Marvelhead doesn't sound familiar. It may have been just Sandusky. It just may have been the outskirts, honestly. Like, it may have just been Sandusky. I don't know where they live, but yeah, it was horrible though, man. The humidity level was stupid high. And it may have just been a weird time of year where the humidity was just up. You know, but if it's like that every year, then it doesn't matter if you go here or if you go to the Great Lakes. The humidity is just killer. It was awful though. Go further down? Well, I mean, yeah, because the closer you get to the equator, right? Like, I mean, we went from Daytona, we went down to Orlando. We didn't quite go to West Palm Beach, but we went to Orlando, which is further south. It's like an hour, it's 2 hours further south than Daytona. It was about the same to me, although we went to a water park, so we were at the water park all day. I didn't really notice. Yeah, it's just so hot, man. It's just so hot. I hate summertime here. I'll take my Scottsdale, Arizona, thank you. If we could move out west, I would love to. I'd love to live in the west. There's no humidity. I'll take 120 straight temperature over 100 with 125 humidity. You can get in the shade. You can't get away from humidity, man. It's in the house. It's everywhere. I mean, it's awful. It's flippin' awful here. About an hour north of Columbus. Okay, yeah. So I think his family, it was, I don't know who, cousins or somebody. We went hitting different skate parks is what we did. And we were riding BMX, and we ended up there because he had spent time up there, or whatever. So he knew there were a lot of skate parks around that area, and yeah, it was just hot. You've been to Scottsdale for a week, didn't like it? You didn't? What? You didn't like Amy's Baking Company? Come on now. What's up, Bob? How's it going, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Unless it's monsoon season. I mean, that's true, Target, yeah. You're wrong about that. I'm in Florida. Dude, it's no different than here. I promise. The humidity level is the same. I mean, it may be slightly worse, but at some point, like, it's you know, if you grew up in the South, it really don't matter where you grew up. You grew up in the humidity. There is no shade. It's like living in an oven. Dude, no, I've been out there, man. I've been out there in July and August. I would take that any day over this. Any day.
That's a new follower.
Bobby, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome. Yeah, I would take in the West in July and August any day over living here in July and August. I mean, maybe it's just because I hate the humidity. I don't want to get out of here. That I don't remember it being as bad. But I really don't remember it being that bad. Like, I even made the comment at some point, one time we were out there, I was like, dude, they said it was 106. This is not 106, this is 70. This is 70 degrees, you know? Like, it felt different, so. But yeah, I mean, Battery, you live in Louisiana. I mean, it's, you know, you guys get 100, 110 with 100% humidity. Like, that's what we get. You know, it's worse down there, but I'm sure it's worse in South Florida too. It just doesn't feel that much different. It's not something that I couldn't adjust to in an hour. You know, been to Florida many times, many different parts of Florida, and like, by the time we actually get to where we're going, it's just hot. You know, it's the same as being home at that point. How's it going, Bobby? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying anywhere is worse than the other as far as the South goes. I'm just saying if you grew up in the South and you've been here your whole life, you've been here for a very long period of time, you can pretty much go anywhere else in the South, and it's gonna be slightly worse maybe, but it's not like somebody that grew up in Venice Beach coming over and going to like middle Alabama, right? That's a totally different climate, you know, like totally different climate. They're gonna be trying to catch their breath after walking in the mailbox. Like, it's just different. It'd be like me going to the mountains. It'd be terrible. Oh, dude, the rain in Florida is crazy, yeah. We were in Daytona for 4 days, and then we went down to Orlando for our last day and went to the water park. And out of the 4 days we were in Daytona, it rained 2 whole days. And then one morning we got up, and it was pouring down. And then after we ate breakfast, it was bright and sunny outside. I was like, hey, this is like being at home. This is like being home. This is great. This is fantastic. It's like being at home again. Just rain, unpredictable. See, the Starfield was announced for September 6th. I didn't know the announce date. I knew it was 2023, but I didn't know the announce date. I'm happy for that. I'll be playing it. Me and 17,000 million other content creators will all be playing it. Glad to see that AC Milan qualified against Tottenham. Football, I'll take it. I don't know. I don't know anything about football, I'm not going to lie. That's why you moved to Tennessee? I mean, okay, so Tennessee's a little different, right? Memphis is the same as Jackson, Mississippi, temperature-wise, right? Because it's next to the river, it's extremely humid, it's awful, right? Jackson, Mississippi is extremely humid because it's in the middle of the state, there's nothing around. It's, you know, you're bordering the Delta, it's just really hot and humid. But Nashville, Tennessee feels totally different than Memphis, Tennessee. Not totally different, but it's not as bad. So I can definitely see that it may not be as bad as being in Florida. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll concede. I concede. Announced it today. Gotcha. Cool, 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 yeah. September 6th, set your calendars. We'll be playing some Starfield. I cannot wait. You live in the mountains. Living in the mountains is totally different, though. You're at a different altitude, you're at a different climate, the humidity level's different up there. Like, that's a totally different thing, I think, in my opinion. Of course, that is just my opinion, but there's probably some science behind it. So, oh God, somewhere. I wonder, are we going to kill this crop if we run over it? No, because it's the first growth stage. Sweet. It means we can get our fertilizer down 1 layer anyway. We're not going to get both, but we'll get 1 layer down on it. Yeah, we'll get 1 layer of fertilizer down here. We'll go get the tractor put up that Jimmy had out in a minute. I'm not too worried about it at the moment, really. And I think that's it. Oh, did I miss? It didn't count this? It didn't count that at all. Why not? I'm gonna have to go back over that last row over there. If we can get this done and get that last row done with 1,500, I'll be shocked. I don't think we're going to, though. Oh, you live in the wagon wheel town. You've been trying for about 2 weeks to find a complex single-player map, but you can only find it full of bugs. You can only find it full of bugs. Well, which maps have you looked at? Because I haven't really looked at any new maps lately, so I don't know what's out there. I'm just gonna be real honest. I have no idea. I've been on this and then really looking for multiplayer setups, so I haven't really looked for single-player maps lately. This one's not real complex, but I really like Iowa Plainsview. So have you looked at I think it's called the Cotswolds, maybe is what it's called. I can't think of the name of the map, but I looked at it. Other than like the roads not rounding off at the bottom, they're like angled down into like a flat ground for the next piece or whatever. It doesn't really affect the driving. It just looks funny. I mean, it kind of affects the driving, but it looks really weird. It's like, you know, kind of half-hearted attempt at making the roads look good. But the map is fantastic. I rode around the whole map and looked at it. I think it might be called the Cotswolds. I can't remember exactly. But it's in the UK. It's north of Oxford. You know, it's in Oxfordshire. I think it's just north of there. As far as I know, that's where it's based out of. Michigan Farms map is good. You've been playing that lately? Cool. Yeah, so there you go. There's another good suggestion. I don't know what you're looking for specifically. Complex can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people, so. You had enough of Clarksville, Tennessee? Where's Clarksville at? I'm pretty sure I've been through Clarksville. Is that south of Murphys? No, not Murfreesboro. Further east. Chattanooga? Is that south of Chattanooga? Clarksville? Or is that between Chattanooga and the place that everybody goes to for vacation? What's that place called? I can't think of the name of it. I used to go there every year for a show. American Farmland map. It's new, has no errors on it at all. Nice. Yeah, American Farmlands. I'm gonna have to check that one out myself. Pigeon Forge, that one. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds. Clarksville's somewhere in that direction, is it not? Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it's over there somewhere. It's been a long time since I've been to Pigeon Forge. We used to do shows up there every year. I did them for about 7 or 8 years. We did the Challenge Youth Conference. We did lighting and staging for the Challenge Youth Conference in Pigeon Forge. It was a great week, man. It was like a week of vacation. Put in your 8-hour shift. Somebody takes over the afternoon shift, and then you go out to eat, and then go chill at the hotel or go walk around Pigeon Forge. It was great. All right, let's go back over here and get this one piece done. And again, we've got mowing and stuff to do too. We got plenty to do today. I'm not in a hurry, but if I get this field mowed, I can plant crops in it. And I think that's what I was talking about doing yesterday. I can get this field mowed and get the other field mowed and plant crops in both of them. Let's go see why this didn't take. That's so odd. All right, we're only going to get one layer of Fert on the barley. That's okay, though. What did we plant in this field? Soybeans. Yeah, I don't know why this didn't take. Maybe it's because it was too far over, like it was thrown into the next field or something. Yeah, it's just not taking it for some reason. That is super weird. It's still using it, but it's not actually putting the Fert layer down. Okay, well, whatever. We'll call that good. And off we go then. Yeah, Branson's in Missouri. There may be a Branson, Tennessee. I don't know. I have no idea, I'm gonna be honest. No clue. And I'm gonna drive across my new field, because I don't care. I can tell you one thing though, we're gonna have to buy a new harvester. Oh, also there was an update to the map to fix a few little things. There was an update to courseplay to allow harvester unloading, so I cannot wait to try this out. I think it's gonna be really good. I think it's gonna be a great addition to using courseplay. There's been a lot of stuff I've said that needs to be added, and it seems like some of that got added, so that's pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna go grab the mower with the Massey, and we're gonna give this a go and see if we can pull the baler and the mower, but we're gonna do it over here on the field closest to the cows. All right, we'll just turn that off right there because I don't really need it. This guy, you can come with us. Yeah, it's seeded. It just didn't fertilize, which is very strange. Oh, this thing needs to be repaired bad. Yeah, let's go We'll get some repair done. I need to put a pressure washer over. I think since I got some money, we're going to put a pressure washer on this side, too. Equipment screaming, wash me, it is, yeah. I think we're going to put a pressure washer down over here, Bob. I think you're right. It's time. It is time. Yeah, American Farmlands. I'm going to check that out. And again, when J-Rock gets done with Dairyland 4X, we'll do a PC only. We'll do a PC only. Come on. There we go. We'll do a PC only map on the next multiplayer and just play on Dairyland. I've been waiting to play on Dairyland again for a while, so. There's no Branson, Tennessee? Okay, I didn't know. There could be. You never know. Look, there's a Memphis in Egypt, and there's a Memphis in Tennessee, and there's an Egypt in Mississippi. So, you never know, man. You never know. You never know what names there could be out there. There's a Mexico, Indiana. See, there we go. But said I looked it up because I wasn't sure. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'd have to look it up too, man, because I would have no idea. Oh, the tractor was in extreme disrepair. Well, that was a bill. All right, then. Well, at least we got it repaired before we went and started mowing with it. Yeah, we're going to grab the mowers and come back down here and see how well this thing will handle it. I think it'll do okay. Are 4X, 10X, 64X maps on console or just PC? Just PC, Pizza. Consoles can't handle them. They're just too much. They're really, really big. I mean, think of this, but 4 of these, right? I mean, that's, you know, off-screen this way, off-screen this way, and off-screen that way. They're just really, really big maps. Like, this is a standard map. It's 4 of these. That's a 4X. 64X is 64 of those. 64 of these maps. Like, it's ridiculously large. Some PCs can't even handle them. I haven't tried to play on a 64X map just because there's no point. There's no point. Unless I have a team of Courseplay, which Courseplay on this, I wouldn't even try. Courseplay on 19, I played on an 8X, I think, one time. It was an Australian map, it was an 8X map. And that's how I learned Courseplay, I do believe. It may have been 17. Southern Cross Station, was that 17? I think that was on 17. That was a fantastic map. It was either 4 or an 8X. I can't remember exactly. There's a Naples. Is that Maine? ME? What is ME? Mexico? What is ME? I don't remember all the states. It's been too long. Naples, Florida. Yeah, I know there's Naples, Florida. Maine. Okay, yeah. Xbox Series X GPU is the equivalent to a bottom-end 2060 GPU and a Ryzen 5 CPU. See, I didn't know that, man. That's sad. That's sad. Still better than a lot of people have on for the PC, though. So, you know, for $400, man, or whatever it costs, $499, that's still a good deal. Because a 2060 GPU is going to cost you, you know, what, $500 by itself? $400 maybe? $300 even? Let's call it $300. We'll go on the low side. Call it $300. The Ryzen 5 CPU is going to cost you $299, you know, $159 even. Just say $150, right? So you're at $450 just for those 2 parts. You still got to buy RAM. You still got to buy a case. You got to buy some sort of cooler for your CPU. You got to have hard drives, like, you know, monitor, keyboard, mouse. Like, there's still a whole bunch of stuff you got to buy. Console's still the most cost-effective way to play games. You don't have the access that PCs have. But if you want to play games, console's still the most cost-effective, even though it doesn't seem like it. in my opinion, anyway. I don't want to say that that's the most effective, but it seems to be the most effective way because of the amount of stuff you can get on a console that is available. Most games are available. The big games like this one, anyway. You're not going to get stuff from Steam, right? But it's still very, very cost effective to have. Oh, this thing holds up really nice. So this mower right here, the little one that's flipped upside down there, we're gonna take that back. I want to see if this thing's got a center straw swat deal. It seems like there's no option for it. We'll just see real quick. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Well, dang it. It is mowing the whole thing. It does drop double swat though. So if I'd have kept the other mower, we'd have been better off. But that's okay. Woo! Doing a little nose wheelies, no problem. No problem. We're gonna take this other one back though, for sure. Let me see if I can get it to flip back over. Actually, come on, turn back over. Turn over. Flip. Dang it. Just riding wheelies. Gonna be easy here, not flip this thing over forward. Forever a member of the PC Master Race. It would be hard for me to go back to playing on console. I've got an Xbox One in there. Xbox Series controller, Xbox One Series controller and everything, all the smart buttons, all that kind of stuff. I just, like, it's not even a Netflix machine anymore. We got a Fire Stick. That's what we use now. So, like, there's really no point in even having the Xbox. We got a Switch. They like playing stuff on the Switch. Kid just got Stardew Valley for Switch. She's enjoying that. So, come on, flip over. I wonder if I just get out if it'll let me attach it. Probably won't. Oh, hang on. Aha, there we go. We're gonna take this little mower and drop it off and sell it. Gotta get straight here, it won't let me attach. Yeah. May have to steal the John Deere weight for this thing. Pretty doggone heavy. Yeah, I was hoping it would swat to the center. And I know somebody said either it would or it wouldn't. I couldn't remember what the verdict was, but that's all right. It does drop a swath. It just doesn't drop it for the center of it. We'll probably sell this little mower and buy a red weight just for this tractor. Just for when we use this mower, probably. Eventually, I'd like to find a different mower. I'm not gonna lie. That would be good at some point. Repair for 93, 36, 3360. That'd be 40. Let's see, 49. That'd be 50, 51 and some change. Oh, I think we just got robbed out of that. I think we lost money. How did we lose money on that deal? Well, either way. Buy weight, I guess. Yeah, I think we lost money there, guys. All right, let's get us a, what do you think, a 900 or 1100? Let's go with 1100. Maybe we can change the color of this. I don't think we need a 1500. That's a bit much. And with the real weight thing on this, it'd be really, really, really weird to have a 1500. There's a class. I just like the Agco stuff. Let's go with 1000 or 1100. We may not even have to go that. Yeah, let's go 1100 maybe. That's probably too much. I'm gonna be honest with you. Massey Ferguson. There we go. 1,200 bucks. All right. Pick up our new weight. Which way is it spun around now? Got us a brand new weight. Oh yeah, that's about right. I was worried about it being too much, but probably could have went heavier. We'll see when we hit a bump here in a minute if wheels pick up or not. They updated the center of weight center of gravity mod too, so I got to be very careful when I'm pulling stuff now. I finally did an update on everything. The bad part is, guys, I think I accidentally updated my baler, so I'm not going to be able to bale soybean straw, I don't think, until I get that fixed. And I don't know where I put the other file. I don't even know if I made a copy of the file. I probably didn't. I'm probably stupid and didn't make a copy of it. But because I still had it listed as the same name, it just updated over it. So I probably broke it, sadly, which I absolutely hate. I hate that I did that. But yeah, I want to get these two fields mowed so I can get crops planted in them. And I don't think I'm going to get it done today, but if we can get it done by tomorrow, we can plant some more money beans. More money beans is good money beans. So, and everything else is taken care of as far as I can take it. Double layer of Fert on these two. Field 30's only got a single layer. I'm not going to be able to get another layer on it without trim lines. And we're not going to do that, so I think we're good. You know what we could do? We could use the John Deere and the sprayer and use the rest of that liquid fertilizer. We could do that. We could definitely do that. That could work. You know what I forgot to do, too? I forgot to change my title and stuff today, didn't I? I did. So we're not buying new fields today, by the way. We've already bought the fields. I just forgot to change the title. Not bad. We were working the new fields today. Tractor be struggling? This one ain't. No, this one's good, man. This tractor's holding up nicely. Iowa Plainsview is the map we're on. I did not mean to go first person. Yeah, we're on Iowa Plainsview. Great map. Fantastic map, even. All right, here we go. Get some grass mowed. Regular grass, no more alfalfa for me. I can't do anything with it, so. Ooh, it is dusty. It needs to rain again. Hey, what happened there? Hang on. What's this about? What you doing? Yep. That was weird. Yeah, it does kind of drop it into a swath. It's just not, it doesn't push it to the center. Very dusty, though. And then what we're going to do, too, we'll do this work ourselves. We're going to go ahead and set up a GPS line for it. And I say set it up. We're just using the old GPS line. There we go. Easy peasy. Straight lines. And maybe I should use course play. Oh, there's still some off to the side there I missed. Oh, it's terrible. It still hasn't grown back, though. Look at that. It still hasn't grown back. Yeah, so we're going to have to replant alfalfa every year. That's a horrible deal. Running any mods? Running quite a few mods, really. Most of them are all realistic style stuff. The only thing I did was I bought a modified bell wrapper from Ray down at the store here. It wraps Heston bales. So I've got that. I've got Heston baler. Really, I mean, there's quite a few things. We've got TMR cow feed mixer, I think it's called. TMR mixer was on. We had the small one to start with. We ended up upgrading to the big one, the cow feed mixer itself. So really, we're running quite a few mods, but they're all stuff you would see in real life. I'm not running anything that's like outrageously crazy or anything. I think the only thing I do have that I've noticed that Ray's got, he's got something called a jack toe, whatever it is. It's an all-in-one self-propelled planter. So we're gonna check that out. And everybody that's been around for a while, you know, I've been wanting to use that mod for quite some time. So I just put it on here. If it comes up in the sell page, we're gonna buy it because I've been wanting to try that thing out for a very long time. Yeah, we were using the Vermeer stuff when we started. So that list is what we started out with. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun so far, and I'm nowhere close to being to where I want to be in this game either. We still got a long way to go. And this is episode 85. It's just crazy to think about. Again, the only thing I've allowed myself really is the modified bell wrapper to wrap Heston bells, and the Heston bell trailer I've got. It's an auto stacker, not an auto loader, so it's still got the little arm. You manually have to reset it so that it picks stuff up. But it has a bell spike on it, and I spike silage bells. That's the only real cheat that I've got going on. So, all right, back we go. No leasing, and no loan. Yeah, playing on a hard economy. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. Oh, one other thing I took off too, guys. I took off auctions because the auctions don't seem to be working properly. I tried to buy a land at auction, and it charged me full price, so that didn't work. So I took auctions off completely. But yeah, the no leasing and no loans part, and only being able to have helpers for every 100 head of cattle we get to. Like right now I'm under 200 head of cattle, but I had 240. So I could hire 3 helpers. I started with 1, but I could hire 1 more for every 100 head of cattle we got to. So I've got 3 helpers that I can hire for now until we get to more cattle. So I've got to get to 300 total before I can hire any more. So yeah, it's been pretty difficult, but I think that's the reason it's been so much fun though. Is because I've been grinding it out. We didn't even have GPS for the longest. Like all the episodes are over on the Farmer Deuce YouTube channel if you want to go check them out, and you can kind of see the journey, how we got here. It's been pretty good, honestly. It's been a lot of fun. It's a lot of footage, though. It's a lot of hours. Crap. Wrong button. Do they just help on cattle? No, they help on the fields. So they help with mowing. They help with baling. They help with tedding the grass. Rolling the grass fields, stuff like that. So, what about the discounts that didn't work? I'm keeping them because I can manually fix that. I can't manually fix the auctions, though. So, like if it doesn't sell to me at the price it's supposed to, I guess I could just go back and give myself the money back, but it's just more of a pain to keep up with than it needs to be. And I'm not buying that many more fields anyway. Like 1, 2, 3, and then maybe 14, and that's it. Like I don't really need that many more fields to run 1,000 head of cattle, I don't think. I think I can do it with just that. I've just got to have the funds to get that many cattle. That's going to be the hard part. So yeah, I'm just leaving the auctions off. And the discounts on the fields, I'll just manually fix with giving myself the money back. Just call it a mail-in rebate. Yeah, they help with the fields for the cattle. They don't actually do anything with the cattle. So they help me mow, and they help me bale, and they help me ted the grass, they help me rake it up. They help harvesting crops. They've been doing contracts for me and stuff, so there's been a lot they've helped out with for sure. Man, it's so dusty. We need some rain. Rain's a good thing. Rain out in Georgia, Kentucky rain. All these songs about rain. Yeah, it's kind of like survival mode mod, but I can hire workers. That's Bud's probably right. It's closer to survival mod than it is anything, but I can hire workers. That's the only difference. But I've limited my workers though. So, as you heard, that's the only really big difference. Is I've limited my workers instead of just hiring 5-6 workers at a time. I'm limited on the amount I can have. So, I mean, setting goals for yourself in Farm Sim instead of just having everything. I've done several of those, and I just get bored and I move on. The last playthrough single player I did, we did a sugarcane farm or a sugar farm only. That was it, nothing else, no other crops. It was literally sugarcane and sugar beets, and that's it, and a sugar mill. And it was brutal. I hated that. And I did about 40 episodes of it, about 40 streams. That got old real quick. Got old real quick. But yeah, I figured I wanted to do survival mod, and I realized I couldn't hire workers, and I was like, I mean, it would be fine, but I mean, we would be like, we're on episode 85 right now of this, and I would not be near this far without workers. So I think giving yourself the ability to hire workers and sticking to that is the thing. So you just got to stick to that notion of, you know, I can only hire up to 3 or 1 or 2 or whatever you set for yourself. You know, don't cheat. Just stick to it. Keep grinding it out. It's fun this way. How have I felt about production in 22? I like it. I like that it's built in so that console players can have production too. I like the fact that it's been added to a lot of maps. Like there's popcorn production on here I wanted to get to because we're gonna have I want butter production because we can do butter, but I don't know if there's butter production in the map yet. Because we got cows, right? I just feel like there's a lot of elements that go with that, like popcorn. We're going to be doing corn for chaff, so I can do half corn for chaff and then keep the other half for popcorn itself, and then have milk to make butter for the popcorn. You know, like it all still goes with cattle somehow. You know, that's branch. If you own a business, you don't just want to do one thing, right? Three streams of income is better than nothing. So if we can do cows and we can have some crops, like we got soybeans planted over there right now and they're doing nothing. It's literally just soybeans for money. That's it. So we got some crops growing, we've got cows, we got milk production happening. If we can get to the point where we can get butter and popcorn production going, then, you know, there's my 3 streams of revenue right there. It's just a good business plan, honestly. As much stuff as you can get going that you can handle. So, but I've really enjoyed production so far. I haven't found anything that I just dislike about it. Improvements, maybe there's, you know, maybe we have different production at some point. There's a lot of mods too. You just finished the roller coaster on, on the forest map, on a group map, group farm. I felt it really wasn't needed, but glad I did it. Yeah, see, I haven't even messed with it yet. I haven't even done that. It sounds like it's fun though, right? I mean, it's something totally different, you know, that you don't really equate to farm sim. So I think it's kind of nice that they did it. I thought it was kettle corn, not cattle corn. No, it was cattle corn. Cattle corn. All the crazy mods production has been great. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, before you had to have, what was the global production or whatever? And now it's just built into the game, you know? Like, you don't even have to do it. You don't even have to download any mods. You can just play with the game itself, which I think is probably one of the better features, is that it's just built into the game. And again, because console people can play it, people that don't really work well with mods, you know, they can play with production stuff too. Albeit the basic production, they can still do it. But there's so many crazy mods for production out there. The roller coaster's like 60 seconds long for like a week worth of work. Can you ride it more than once though? I might be more apt to try it if I can do it more than once. Oh, you can. Okay, you get partial super strength. See, that's the way to go right there. Yeah, silver run for us. That's it. Yeah, get that super strength, man. Gotta get that super strength in. Heck yeah. Man, I wish this dropped a swath in the center. I'd be pulling the baler behind this thing if it did. It'd save me a ton of time. All this is going to get turned into silage bales too, which is not going to be that many. It's probably going to be 20, 22 maybe. It helps for moving logs. I bet it does, yeah. I bet you can pick up slightly heavier logs with it. I don't know. I've got enough logging going on our multiplayer, I think, for a while. I'm going to be okay with that. And I'm not really logging. I'm just buzzing the trees down and taking the wood chips. But yeah, I think there's a lot to be said for production being brought into the game itself going forward for the next iteration of Farm Sim. I think there's a lot more coming. You know, like, you can definitely say one thing about Farm Sim. I don't think they've taken a step backwards. I think they've changed some things up. Maybe people didn't like the changes, but they're constantly trying to improve the game, right? Like, that's a big deal. They're not going backwards, you know, with every iteration. They're always progressing, moving forward, adding new things to the game, adding new concepts to the game, new mechanics to the game. So I think it's really good where they're not relying solely on mods. They're taking the modders' mods and they're incorporating that into the game itself. Seasons, for instance, right? Seasons is part of the game. Production's part of the game. Like, there's a lot of good stuff coming too, I think. So courseplay, basically, they took some basic tenets of courseplay and they added it to the AI in the game. So, you know, even somebody on console basically has courseplay now. Even though it's not full courseplay, but you can do a lot more with it. You can have them go pick up from your silo and run and sell crops until it's empty or whatever you want to do. Like, there's so many good things about Farm Sim 22. It would be really hard for me to say 19 is better, and a lot of people say 19 is better. I just don't see it. I don't see how. I don't see how it's better. And it may be, you know, I don't know, but it doesn't feel that way to me. Lived up to 1,000 kilos. So you turn into Eddie. What's his name? The powerlifting dude. You turn into him, Eddie Hall. So after you ride the roller coaster like 9 times, you turn into Eddie Hall, huh? All right then. All right, we're probably gonna go. Let's see. I could probably let Jimmy mow the other field over here while I'll row this up. But I don't know that I need to. I'm not going to have time to row both fields today. I want to get them both rowed up today. I at least want to get this one done. But I want to get this one done while this one's being mowed. So yeah, I think we will. Because I want to get this one planted tomorrow afternoon on stream. So I got about 45 minutes left. So yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to let Jimmy mow this one. I'm just going to come over here and cut a headland on this side because I don't want him taking the road signs out again, because I'll do that and he does that and everything else. And we don't want that to happen because the county works hard enough. We don't need to make more work for him here. So we're gonna cut a headland. Nice little headland here for him. And we'll just put him on this end over here and let him go. Okay. Take off there, Jimmy. I'll come back and check on you later. I might have to go grab the big boy. I don't think the John Deere will pull that. I don't think it's got enough horsepower for the windrow that we... I don't know which windrow we have. Got the GA 15131. I don't even know what that is. Let's go look and see. We'll see how much horsepower it needs. It needs 115. Oh, the John Deere will pull it. All right, sweet. We can do it with the John Deere then. Wherever the John Deere is, right there. All right, skinny wheels and all. Let's go. The baler's already down here. The trailer's already down here. We don't need the wrapper. That's okay, though. We'll get that later. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this day. I hope I can. I don't know that I'll be able to. Yeah, so this is going to become crops, probably soybeans, and so is the other field there going to become soybeans. Just for the soybean money, if nothing else. Gotta do it. We need the crop money coming in right now. Our crops can fund our cows. And eventually we're gonna have 2 more cow pens out there on field 7. So 3 more cow pens total. I'm gonna do whatever 4 full cow pens is. It's not quite gonna be 1,000 cows. It's gonna be like 9. What is that? 9. Let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40. So it'd be like 960 cows. I was shooting for 1,000, but the pens only hold 240. So we're gonna go with 4 full pens, whatever that may be. 960 cows is what I'm shooting for. And if we can get them and keep them fed and sell all the milk, I'll call it a success. And we may not be able to. I don't know. May not be able to do it. Yeah, I think replanting that's going to be a good idea. We probably should have done that from the start and just worked crops to start with. But the whole point of this was cows, and I wanted to jump right into them. And right now we've got over 150, so I don't feel like we're not doing cows. Most of our work is on cows. So I'm not really bothered by it. This field down here needs cutting too. We'll probably just send him on when he gets done. Yeah, look how low the TMR, I mean not the TMR, the silage is. It's very low in there right now. No mineral feed whatsoever though. Definitely got to get some mineral feed. Another 60 grand worth should be good. Can't believe we're spending so much money on mineral feed though. The only downside of this being down here is running back and forth across the top of the map 1,000,000 times. We run this all the time back and forth. It might even actually be better to put the cow pens down here on this grass field that we got and then turn field 7 into a grass field because it's bigger by about 15 acres. Now, we'd still be running the grass and stuff down here, but to feed the cows, we wouldn't have to run anywhere and take it from the TMR over to the cow pens. That may be what we do. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We don't know what. I mean, I don't have the money to buy a new cow pen right now anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And we might end up with the cow pens that are automated. So we just dump stuff in there. Silage or chaff in a silage, whatever we end up with. And then hay and then straw. Just dump it in there and let it go. And mineral feed. They'll need mineral feed for those too. We're definitely going to start doing chaff at some point, though. So maybe we keep 7 for a cornfield. We can just pack our clamp full of chaff over here. How you doing over there, Jimmy? Jimmy's almost halfway there. It's looking pretty good, buddy. Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I got him doing that because there's no way I'd have had time to cut that field and get this done. Like 10 minutes just going to pick this thing up. Looking good, buddy. Looking good. Yeah, this is definitely going to become crops, though. No real option. Gotta do it. Little skinny wheels on this tractor. All right, off we go. It may not like it, but I think it'll pull it. It definitely is not a fan. But it's doing it. Do I have a bunker for silage? I do have a bunker, and there's already some grass in there. But I don't have a pickup wagon or anything. I had a pickup wagon, but it was taking like 40 trips to get like, I think it was the small one, it had 10,000 liters or whatever. It's just faster to do bales at this point for me. I know it takes a lot of extra steps, but I get so many more silage bales just stacked up and waiting to be, waiting to ferment than the same time it would take me to get all of the grass off of all the fields into the bunker, and then I got to wait on that to ferment too, and then I got to transport it somehow, as silage down to somewhere else. So for right now, grass bales are the way to go. But if I can get a big clamp put down on field 7, or on this field even, somewhere out in the open where I can pull in and dump, or back in and dump even, I don't really care what it is. Probably back. It'd probably be a back end. Oh, I can have a solid end on it. Once I get that and I start doing corn, I've already got the forage header. I just need the forest harvester to come up on the sell page. So it'll be faster in the long run to do silage in the bunker. But for right now, we're just doing bales. Yeah. I would like to do it the other way, but just not feasible at the moment. I got to remember I can't drop through these crops on the next growth stage here, which I shouldn't have to either. This should be pretty much it. For having to turn off in the field there, because after both of these harvests, after the barley gets harvested and the soybeans that we're going to plant here gets harvested, we're going to plow these two fields together, and they're going to be one big crop field, or one long crop field, I guess. There really shouldn't be too much longer. Before, well, this year, in-game, right? This year when we harvest, plow those two fields together, throw some lime down in the middle, and lime the fields that need it, and then, yeah, we're on our way to making money at that point. This is our real first opportunity to start really thinking about progression here. And honestly, a nice big silage bunker right there would probably be good. In that opening, that'd probably be a good spot for one. Get the tablet out while we're cruising down through here. Let's see. I keep that in mind here. Let's see. Containers, production, decoration, animals, production. I don't know where it's at. Buildings, silos. It's bunkers, right? Yeah. It'd be something like this. That's perfect. I could put two of them down and be good. That would actually work out really well to have two of those put down. Two of the big clamps. That'd be nice to have. Because two will fit right there. We can look at it further now that we're down here on this end. Silos. Yeah, so we can do this one, right, which is the really big one. That's a 25 by 34. This is a 12 by... oh, it don't turn, though? Come on, now. That's a 12 by... How do I turn? How do I rotate these? My right mouse... Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so I can do that, but I think this is going to be the way to go. Put down one here, and then one here. Put them next to each other, or even like this, right? Boom, boom. Put them right here next to each other. At least we have plenty of room to pull in, back in, that whole deal. I think that's what we'll do. One of those big ones. How much was that? I just wanted to check and see where I was at on the field there. 140,000. That's pretty expensive. That's pretty dang expensive. Right now, I think this is the one we've got. Yeah, this is the one we've got right now. Oh, they snap together too. That's great. Yeah. And yeah, you can see we got about 30,000 liters of grass in there. It's not much. I should cover it. That way we at least got 30,000 liters of silage sitting there. And I've got a bucket. I can scoop it out. I don't mind doing it. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. And we do have one for right now. So I could use it, but I'd have to get a pickup wagon. And I don't think I'm going to have time to get these wrapped and picked up today. Maybe I should let John finish this up, and I'll go grab the big tractor and start baling. It's probably not a terrible idea. Yeah, let's start throwing bales. Since we don't have headlands, we're going to run into each other here. We'll let him finish that up. And we're away from the greenhouse, so he's not going to get stuck on that either. Start slinging some bales. Oh, this thing needs to be repaired badly. Got to spend some money on this guy. Let's go grab the baler, so if it needs a repair too. Go. One of them's half. They might both be half. I don't know. Let's see. 12,000. Oh, that's painful. Nah, the baler was good. 12,000 for the tractor though. It's got 33 hours on it. It's to the point. So that's the one thing about Farm Sim 22 I really hate. Is the repair costs are so flippin' high. It is wild how expensive it is to repair stuff. I do, because at the beginning I was walking only, and I spent more time walking to the next tractor than I did farming. So that's the other thing I allow myself. I typically don't tab around. I'll just open the map and jump to it. But yeah, at the beginning, the first 2 or 3 streams, I did walk to everything. And that took so long. And honestly, on foot, walking around, it pixelates so much worse for me for the stream than it does just driving. So I try not to do it. I try not to do it. Yeah, Mad Weasel, I'm with you. And I've said for a long time, since probably Farm Sim 17, I've said this. I would love to see a Wreckfest style real-time damage in Farm Sim. I think it'd be kind of wild, but also the maintenance is stupid expensive. So, but yeah, I'd like to see it broken down too. Also, you know, Giants is really good about giving you the option so you can turn stuff on and off. Just be able to turn it off. You know, have a one-size-fits-all repair where you just roll up and repair, or have it broken down to, you know, change the oil because it's been, you know, a harvest season or whatever, you know? Like, I think it'd be really good. Is it a Rolls Royce? No, I don't think so. This is just a New Holland. This isn't even a Lambo, man. Just a New Holland. All right, John's doing pretty good there. Keep the straight lines. That's good. Jimmy should be almost done mowing over there. But we'll go ahead and send John over to the other field to start raking that up, too. Yeah, broken down completely. I'm with you. 100%. Also, in addition to that, I would like to see real-time damage. I should have said that. In addition to, I would like to see real-time damage in the game. And I say that knowing that all of my regulars know that I will flip a tractor, I will run into things, I hit light poles and trees on a regular basis. I just think it would add so much more to the game. That would be some really, really tough programming, though. If you think about it, like the whole that part of it, the menu part of it would be fine. Breaking it down into, you know, tires low, you need new tires on the tractor. You know, whatever for repairing the tires. You know, putting a plug in it, whatever, to changing the oil, to changing the filters. Stuff like that. You know, breaking it down that way in a menu is completely different than programming real-time damage in vehicles. Mods, I don't know they'd be able to do it. Some modders would be able to, but I don't know if it would work that way for all of them. So it may make it worse, honestly. Yeah, exactly, Mad Weasel. And that's what I was just saying. I know you probably commented about the time that I had just thought about it and started talking about it. I realized that all that would have to happen too. So real-time damage will probably never come to Farm Sim, right? And if it does, it'll be in-game only, in-game vehicles only that have it. You don't want real-time damage. You think your repair bills are high now? Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, though. It would change the way you play the game, though, if you really think about it. You wouldn't just be driving down through there and do this. You know, you wouldn't be driving down the field and do that. You know, you just wouldn't. It would totally change the way you play the game, and to me, that's what's cool about having that option. You know, turn it on or off in the menu, just like everything else. But I think it'd be a great option to have. It'd be tough, though. Again, I don't think it will ever happen because of modding, and not that that's a bad thing. Not that that's a bad thing. I think that's perfectly fine. All right, it looks like Jimmy is done. He's calling himself Andy today, apparently. Tire eating pothole in the middle of the field. Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, it would kill everything. Yeah. It would be so. I mean, it would be so wild to have that in the game. Not that it's needed, but it would be crazy if it was there. I think it'd be pretty neat. Your poor class would be scrapped by now? Yeah, I think any tractor I have would probably be I'd just buy a new one. The repair bill would be the same price as buying a new one for me. All right, John and Jimmy both are done. So that's good. And the bales. I might get these wrapped today. I'm not going to get them picked up today, though. We'll finish picking up and doing replanting tomorrow, I think. And I should be able to plant right over the top of this. It's already fertilized and everything, so it should be good to plant right over the top of, I hope. Add scrap dealers? Oh, a scrap dealer for production would be great, wouldn't it? You just take the whole tractor down there and on a trailer and let them pick it up. Good to go. Yeah, realistically, the one mechanic I want to see in the game is real field physics. That's the one thing that I think they tried to do for 22 and they couldn't get it to work right. That's the one thing I want to see in the game is actual field physics. Your tractor's driving across there, you're plowing up a field, it's making ruts. You know, like that's something that really happens. Not always, because a lot of fields are dry, but it would depend on the climate. It would depend on the weather if it just rained. Cattle and crops did a really good job of it, but cattle and crops died though. So, you know. I think from my understanding, Giants tried to do that with 22 and they couldn't get it to work properly with everything else. So they scrapped the idea and they put in some other stuff, which is fine too. The game doesn't have to have real ground physics, but it would be great if it did. Farm Sim is still the best farming simulator out there, period. Wet and soft spots in the ground, yeah. Low spots, you know, like this area right here, right? This dips down. So this area to my right here would be a soft spot because it's low. Water's going to stand there. I should have stopped there. No, I'm just going to come up behind him and move him. Yeah, I was thinking about that, true. I could have stopped and done it, but I was like, I can just keep rolling, and then when I get up there to him, I can just hop out and take him to the next field even. Yeah, we got quite a few bales off of this. We didn't get this many alfalfa bales off of this, by the way. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Make sure I'm staying on the line here. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 that I see right now. We got 22 alfalfa bales, and we only got one cut out of the alfalfa. We can get three grass field cuts. What did I say, 27? That's 28, whatever it was. I mean, that's pretty doggone good, honestly. Y'all thought I ran over it, didn't you? Look at there. Not even close. Not even close. All right, let's get John started on the other field there. He did a pretty good job, so. Being able to bend brush and tree limbs to those areas, if you can't tell them a logger. Yeah, I mean, that makes total sense. It makes total sense to me, anyway. Being able to stuff something in there and make it, you know, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, it seems like there's a lot more aspects to the game that would be more useful right now than real ground physics. But I think for the hardcore farm sim players, that's the one thing we all want to see is real ground physics, right? And then everybody complain because something's not working right because the ground's too soft or it's messed up or whatever. You know that's what'll happen too. Oh man, my tractor's stuck in the mud. Well, it's because it's raining and you're out there trying to plow. That's probably why. It would change the whole dynamic of what you do in the game and when you do it. That is for certain. It would change the entire dynamic of how the game's played. Have a feeling they're preparing for a full-on logging sim? You talking about Giants? Possibly, yeah. Yeah, it's very possible. I mean, honestly, like, Farm Sim does so well, but people really want a full-blown logging sim as well. I mean, there's no shame in that. There's no harm in that at all. What was the game? Was it just Logging Simulator? Lumber Simulator, whatever it was called? That came out a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago now. People seem to really enjoy that game. It was just really not, the mechanics really were not great when it came out, and I lost interest pretty quick. But I think people really want a good logging sim, and I think if anybody's going to do it, Giants has proven that they can handle one. It's whether or not they want to do it. That's the thing. All right, take off, buddy. Take off. Get you off of this field. I might send him on down and let him go ahead and start mowing down here. It doesn't have to be done today. Lumberjack Sim, that was it. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not a good game compared to Farm Sim. It was still a decent game, though. I just lost interest with it pretty quick because it was like, there was no... The controls were really awkward, and there was no real direction for the game, which was not for Farm Sim either. But maybe it's because I've been playing for Farm Sim for so long. Like, if you walk up to the question marks, it kind of shows you. You got this whole help menu down here that people don't use, right? This explains everything in the game right here. Like, it's all in there. It's all built in, but it doesn't force you to use it. But it's there if you need it. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of new players may overlook. You know, just my opinion. Like, Construction Sim is still broken. I would so love to go back to Construction Sim. It's such a great game, but it's so broken. If I can't back my 40-ton bulldozer over a little clump of dirt that's the size of one of the notches on my track, you know, that's a problem. That's a problem. And I kept having that issue, and it frustrated me to the point I just quit playing it. I would love to finish the game, though. I'd love to go back and finish the game. If you want to see the episodes I did, they're on DeuceMS YouTube. Just youtube.com/DeuceMS. They're there if you want to see them. I got fed up, though. I just couldn't do it anymore. I just could not do it anymore. Are we far enough over? Oh, we're right on the edge. Okay. All right, there you go. Have at it, Jimmy. I'll come check on you later. Double check on you here. All right, you're good. Finish this up. Then we'll run and grab the... There we go. We'll run and grab the bell wrapper. And we'll try to get some of these wrapped. I got about 10 minutes left. Your concrete flipper mixer flipped over nonstop? Really? I had mine come up on 2 wheels, but I don't think I ever actually rolled it over. Yeah, I mean, there were lots of little things in the game. The whole tracked vehicles not being able to back over little small piles of dirt is what did it for me. I was like, all right, I'm done. I can't do this. This is so dumb. So dumb. The big wheel loaders or bucket loaders, whatever you want to call them, not being able to drive over little humps of dirt too. Yeah, I just couldn't do it anymore. I was like, I realized that it's kind of revolutionary, right? The ground mechanic, the way they've got it implemented is fantastic. But it's just not there, you know? It's just not there. It's still broken enough that I still haven't played it again. Poor yield to wet spots. I'm just seeing this. Hang on. Let's see. Forget Awesome Farm Sim League. That was a blast watch. Yeah. Hawkland. Yeah, for sure. I don't get to catch it very often because it starts at 3 a.m. my time. And very rarely am I up before 7:30. Or 7, I guess. 7:30 is late. So 7 o'clock. Very rarely am I up before 7. So if I do catch it, I catch like the very tail end of it. And most of the time I forget that it's on. But on the weekends I sleep in though, so I don't. I hardly ever catch it live. I did one video using the dry feed, where I just kind of went through, clicked through, and then pointed out cool stuff that happened, and kind of gave a look at each match. And I took 6 hours worth of footage and cut it down to like an hour and 15, and it got like 50 views, and I was like, yeah, it's not worth it. So I didn't do it anymore. I did one or two. I think I did 2 of them, but I didn't do any more after that. The game's still fairly good though. Oh, dude, I think Construction Sim's a brilliant game. I think it's fantastic. I just think if they would figure out a way to fix those little details of any tracked vehicle getting stuck on a little clump of dirt, it just drives me insane. Gold Rush did it better, and Gold Rush came out in flipping 2017. You know, the bulldozer on there could go over about anything, but it wasn't so unrealistic they could climb the side of the hill either. You know, like there's a good balance there. And that was in 2017, and I played a lot of Gold Rush, So I mean, it can be done. They just have to do it, and they haven't done it yet. And that's what's killed it for me. I'll go back to it when they fix that, though. I just don't think they're going to, because I really want to finish the game. I like the way the missions are set up. I like the way everything works in the game, honestly. Other than that mechanic, that one mechanic just drives me crazy. There is a game coming out called Excavator Simulator, where you literally just run an excavator. I'm going to be playing that on the YouTube channel as well. I might not play it for very long, but we're definitely going to play it. Gotta go back to work. Oh, gotta work at 2 a.m. Eastern to noon. Gotta love spring. Oh, man, yeah. It's 6 p.m. for you. Yeah, definitely. Take off, Robert. Have a good one, buddy. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Your dogs wake up at 5 a.m. on the weekends? Our dogs are set to our schedule. So they Monday through Friday, they're up waiting on breakfast at 7 to 7:30, right? On the weekends, they don't even move until lunch. So our dogs are set to our schedule, which is great. Normally that doesn't happen. Normally the human's set to the dog schedule. But our dogs don't even roll off the couch or out of their bed until you know 10, 11 a.m. Even if we're up and moving around doing stuff, they're just like, yeah, whatever. It's like they know it's the weekend. They're like, we're just gonna lay here. You play Construction Sim all of 12 hours? I mean, I think I might have a little more than that in it, but I don't have a whole lot more than that in it. But I was streaming it, so I only played when I was streaming. So I mean, but every time I streamed it, it was like I'm just trying to dig this out, right? And I can't get my backhoe to back up because there's like this little dirt clod behind me. And I just got so frustrated that I was just dogging the game on stream all the time. And I was like, I don't want to be like this because it's a great game, so I'm just not going to play it anymore. It's hard to keep playing something that you hate, you know? Like, I don't hate the game. I hate that single aspect of it, and that was enough to turn me away. Now, saying that, I'm currently playing Wild West Dynasty, and I know a lot of people hate that game. But I also didn't have any expectations for the game. So. Yeah, Robert, there's a media sharing. Just drop it in there. Drop it in media sharing. Yeah, I'm always curious, man. I mean, you guys see what I do every day. I stream. This is what I do. So, you know, if people feel like sharing, I'll definitely take a look because everybody does different jobs around the world, man. It's always kind of neat to see what everybody else has got going on. We would just start on this farthest row over here, I reckon. Yeah, I swear I did not mean to update that baler. I'm going to have to get J-Rock to help me fix the baler again so I can pick up straw bales, soybean straw with it. Sadly. Sadly. Auto drop is not on. Thought it was. I was sitting there waiting on it like, hello? Come on. Yeah, I know we actually, in the farm sim community, we have a lot of truck drivers and a lot of farmers in this community. On the YouTube side, I don't really know. We share some of the same people in both channels and both communities. But Yeah, most people have no idea. Got one posted in there now. Oh, dude, yeah, you're an actual logger. That's awesome. Yeah, heck yeah, man. That big, I don't know what the thing's called, but the big thing with the blade on the front with the chains on it that pulls the logs and stuff. Those things are cool, man. That was probably my favorite thing about Lumberjack Sim was driving that thing around. And I didn't play it very long, but you got a dangerous job, man. Heck yeah, logging is dangerous, man. I don't care what people say. Of course, these days, it feels like driving a train is just as bad. Work at 4:30 a.m. to 3 at Hot Florida Warehouse. Woo. I mean, at least you're working 3. You're working 4:30 to 3, yeah. So you're getting off at the hottest part of the day. For us anyway, the hottest part of the day is like 2:30, 3 o'clock. A skidder, there you go. 648 skidder. So, Robert, would you be interested if Giants did make a lumberjack simulator? Or a lumber simulator? A forestry simulator? I don't know what they'd call it, but I think Giants would do it justice, honestly. I think they'd do a good job of it. So I'm glad I have a pool. Yeah, we had an above ground pool for a while, but we just, you get busy and let things go, and we let it go. And I'm going to be taking the bottom part of the pool got ripped or something. I don't remember the liner. So I'll be taking that thing out to the road in the morning for garbage day. Sadly, things ain't cheap either, man. I feel bad. There's a lot of money wasted. That was years ago. That thing's been sitting back there for 3-4 years now. Easy. What's cool though is I think Miss Deuce is gonna let me have a greenhouse. So I'm gonna take the pool rim. I saw this. She showed it to me. She found it. There is a design you can use out of an old round pool, and you put half together and stand it up, and you take the other half and put it together on the other end, and you make a greenhouse out of that. So make me a greenhouse out of the old pool. That should be a lot of fun. I don't plan on having any crops that actually survive, but I'm gonna try. And right now is a good time to get everything going. So. Most of it's mechanized now. Yeah, that's what. So I've watched a few videos on how they do things now, and you'll find like it seems like people are still trained on some of the basics, but yeah, pretty much everything's just machines. So in-ground salt pool. Oh yeah, yeah. So we did an above ground salt. And that was one of the reasons we ended up letting it go, is because it was so hard to put up with. Honestly, it was so hard to keep clean and stuff. Not keep clean, but just dealing with the salt water filters and the salt water pump and all that. It was so much to keep up with. It was an above ground, but it worked and it was cool. It was awesome. But man, it's so much work. Honestly. It's like you're constantly out there like twice a day testing the water for different levels and stuff. It was a lot of work. I still feel bad though that we wasted all that money. There's money we probably didn't need to spend. Looking back, it was definitely money we didn't need to spend, but you make decisions and there you go. She said salt was easier. She lied. Yes, she did. Yeah, Miss Deuce never said salt was easier, but we were both in agreement that chlorine is not the best way to go. So salt water is definitely better for human bodies, for sure. So neither one of us wanted to do chlorine, so we did salt water. It was just a lot. I mean, it really was. The Alaska yarder logging is no joke. I don't think I've seen that. But I mean, most of the basic logging videos is no joke for me though, because I've never done any of it. So it all looks very, very, very dangerous. Even in the vehicles, it looks dangerous. Back in the 90s, Dukes. Back in the 90s, I did. Oh, looks like John's done with chlorine's so much easier. Yeah, it's so much easier. You get the little robot thing that cleans, and then the little robot thing that dumps, that filters out chlorine or whatever, or the tablets, whatever. Just drop them in there, let them go. Chlorine's so much easier. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Roberts. Even the basic stuff looks very complicated from my point of view, anyway. The machine, dude. Look at the inside of this tractor, right? How many people that doesn't know anything about farming could jump in here and operate this thing? Like, I could probably drive it, but knowing what all this stuff does, I have no idea. That's just a tractor. It's just literally turning on the PTO. You know, for certain aspects anyway. There's so much stuff going on inside one of these new tractors, man. I have no idea. I'd have no idea. By Skyline's terrifying. I bet it is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Logging's dangerous. I don't care if it's mechanized or not. I still got a dangerous job. Can't believe we actually got everything wrapped up. I thought I was going to run out of time, but, well, I'm technically out of time, but I'm going to finish these 2 bales anyway. And John got done with his job. Jimmy's still down there mowing on the other end, so we're going to go stop him in just a second as we do our goodbyes for the day. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon around 4:15 Eastern time working on this, and we're going to be planting some soybeans. We're picking up all these bales first, taking them down and stacking them in front of the cow feed mixer. So, cool. First time I got in a real 2021 class tractor at a farm expo. Holy crap, it had more computer power than the server farm, I swear. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Farming is not, it's not simple anymore. Farming is complicated these days. And I don't think a lot of people know that either. And what's funny too is I feel like that whole farmers are stupid thing is, you would think by now people would know better, but I think there are still people out there in whatever part of the world, the U.S. especially, that think farmers are some dumb hicks that don't know anything, right? Dude, farmers are freaking smart. Are you kidding me? They may talk like this here, but I promise you, they are smart. They're mechanics. They're engineers, they're chemists, they're botanists. Like, farmers are freaking intelligent. Like, even back in the old times, right? In the old days, 1800s even, good farmers were freaking smart, period. All right, that's a good place to stop Jimmy right there. We'll just back him up. We'll let him kick right back off there tomorrow. We go. Go ahead. Elizabeth, shut up, Jimmy. Name ain't Elizabeth. I'm gonna go get this and go ahead and take it down to the other end though. While we're doing our outro. That's gonna do it for me today. I appreciate you guys. Remember, if you're watching later on YouTube, leave a like, subscribe, comment, help me get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. My main channel is almost at 10,000. We're close. YouTube.com/DeuceMS. And my Twitch channel, we're almost at 3,000 followers. So if you want to come follow over on Twitch, come on. Go subscribe on my main YouTube channel for other types of simulators and other games in general. I stream 5 days a week on both YouTube and Twitch, and then I upload these videos here to Farmer Deuce. Also have a third YouTube channel called Pixel Deuce Plays. I currently upload there Thursdays and Sundays, 2 days a week. So go check them all out on Linktree down below in the description. All of my links are updated there. They may not be updated elsewhere, but they're all updated on Linktree. If you're here in chat and you want to go catch up on this entire Iowa Plainsview Let's Play, all of it is on Farmer Deuce on YouTube, youtube.com/@FarmerDeuce, or just click Linktree and go there. Best place. Bookmark the page. All of my links are constantly updated there. I can't promise anything about the old YouTube videos. They're all updated on Linktree. I appreciate you guys. I'll see y'all next time.